Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Point TV, where we'll talk about football and football related stories. Right, guys, let's just talk about the final, the CAF African Cup of Nations final, where Nigeria will be meeting Ivory Coast, and the final. Now, for me, I feel like this game will be interesting. This game will be really tense for the two sides. Now, as you know, these two teams, I would say they know themselves because they have met each other before in the final, in the group stage in this tournament. As you know, these two teams were in the same group, Group A, Group 4. In the group stage where Nigeria beat Ivory Coast 1-0. Now, these two teams will be meeting themselves again now in the final. Now, for Ivory Coast, it's funny to say Ivory Coast is they're in the final, knowing how they perform in the group stage. This is a team that I feel like should have been out, in this tournament, but somehow they're in the group stage. As you know, they lost two games in the group stage. They lost against Nigeria 1-0 and then 4-0 against Equatorial Guinea, which was the reason why they sacked their their coach, and then they brought in another coach, which happens to be ex Ivory Coast player. Maybe that is the reason why they are performing like this, because maybe he understands the players, maybe he knew the players, knowing that he is one of them, former player. And it's surprising, really surprising that they started playing better than what they were, how they were performing in the group stages. But I still think this team, this Ivory Coast team, is not special because the different that I feel like this current Ivory and the Ivory Coast coach did was maybe he brought in some old players. There are players that were starting game before for Ivory Coast that their former coach wasn't starting. So maybe that is the reason why he started performing, because maybe he gave the trust to those old players and then he started performing. And still, I feel like still they should have been out. Maybe there's something going for the coach. Maybe there's something going for this Ivory Coast team. Now, as you know, in round of 16, they played against Senegal, which they won on penalties. Senegal scored first, but somehow they came back in that game. They played against Mali. That was the game. The game against Mali was the game that I feel like they should have been out. With one man down, they had a red card against Mali. Mali scored first, and they came back, scored 1-1, and then 9 minutes extra time, they made it 2-1. And then they went to the semi-final. It was the semi-final that I feel like they played well. I feel like they dominated the game against Congo in the semi-final. While for the Super Eagles, the group stage, as we know, the performance in the group stage for me wasn't there. Yes, we qualified with 7 points in the group stages, but I feel like we did not really perform to the level that we want to perform in the group stage. But then in the knockout phase, that was where I feel like we started, playing well, performing well, getting the result that we want. Obviously, we won against Cameroon, which was a good performance from the team in the round of 16, and also won the quarterfinal against Angola, which was another very good performance from the team. And then the game against South Africa was the one that I feel like it shows that we possibly could or will win this tournament, because in the first half, for me, South Africa were the better team. They controlled the game, they had the position, obviously in the first half. But then in the second half, that was where I feel like we kind of picked ourselves in the game in the second half. So somehow we won the game against South Africa. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how these coaches will set up this team in the final. Now for Nigeria, when we played against Ivory Coast in the group stage, I feel like we gave them so much respect. Yeah, we gave them so much respect. Obviously, they won their first game. We drew our first game, and we don't want to lose the second game. Maybe that was the reason why we, defended so deep, because I feel like we defended so deep against Ivory Coast. We gave them much of the ball. They control the ball too much for me. And for me, I wouldn't want the coach to approach the game the same way he approached um, the group stage game against Ivory Coast. For me, he shouldn't approach the game like that because we might not be lucky if we approach it the same way in terms of allowing them to hold much of the ball, allowing them to control the game the way they did against the way they did in the group stage. So for me, we should have to come out to go at this Ivory Coast team and at the same time defend well because for me I don't think this Ivory Coast team, I don't think they are special. I don't think there's anything much in this Ivory Coast team. You see that they considered 4 goals. Even if it's a different coach. But yeah, if we should go at this Ivory Coast team. If we go at them, I think we will win the game for me because we've shown that we can defend. I don't think Ivory Coast have. I don't think their attack is well enough. I don't think it's good enough, to really hurt the Super Eagles team or the Super Eagles, the Nigerian defense. Yes, we know Hala. They haven't really started him in games. It was just the last game that they won 1-0, which he scored. That was the game that he started. But still, I still think we have a very good defense to stop, the threat from the Ivory Coast team. Where I think Ivory Coast might have a little edge is knowing that they're playing at home, they're the host, and also the fans. Obviously, the fans will be on this one. They will really come out in mass. I feel like this is the game that the whole of Ivory Coast will come out to support Ivory Coast. But at the same time, the players shouldn't mind the fans. They should just focus on the prize, knowing that they want to win this one. It's really important. They focus, they concentrate, they show character, showing that they want to win this. So yeah, it's been interesting to see how the Super Eagles will approach this one, how the coach will set up the team. Now, for the coach, he has always said he wants to win this tournament. Even when in his press conference for this game rather, he always said, yes, to be a tough game, to be a difficult game for the both team, but he wants to win. He wants to win. So yeah, it's good that that's his target. He wants to win the tournament, even when he signed the contract to be the Nigerian coach. His target was to win the African Cup of Nations. So it will be interesting to see if he can do it because I feel like he has been, he has been really good with this team in this tournament. They have been really good. So yeah, so that's my thoughts. That's my opinion on the game. For the players that will start the game, I feel like the managers should still go with the same set of 11 that I've started the other previous games in the knockout phase. Still go with the same 11. So yeah, that's it for me on this one. Your thoughts and your opinion on the game. Do you think Nigeria wins this one? Or yeah, so your thoughts and your opinion on the game, you let me know. And also guys, please, if you're watching the video, subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV. If you're new, like the video. And also we're also on Facebook. Follow the channel Blue Point TV. And also share the video. Thank you guys. Stay safe while I see you again. Bye.